Good afternoon, ma'am.
Thank you for your greetings. Good afternoon. My screen is visible to you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Let us wait for some other students because there are only 43 students. Meanwhile, let us recall the things we have done in the last class. Okay. So we have started with the differential equation with variable coefficients. So up till now, the differential equations we had considered, those equations are with the constant coefficients, but now we are allowing them to variable as well. So for that, this particular case we have considered as the Legendre differential equation, in which the polynomial power will be same as the order of the differential term. In that one means n x raised to n occurred with the polynomial, then it is nth power differential will have, then n minus 1th power of x, the same will be the order, and so on. So this is what the standard Legendre's differential equation you are given. So at that time we will convert this differential equation with variable coefficient into the differential equation with constant coefficient by choosing the substitution ax plus b is equal to e raised to t. So by considering this substitution using chain rule, we can able to we are able to convert this entire differential equation in terms of the differential equation with constant coefficients, in which you can see that when only linear term of x is considered, that is ax plus b together with dy by dx, then it is nothing but a dy, where this operator d is now d by dt. Similarly, the second order, if you consider term, then it will convert to a square, a which is coefficient of x, a square into d minus 1y. Similarly, when you consider the third order, that means d cube y by dx cube, at that time it will convert to a cube d, d minus 1, d minus 2 into y, and so on. All other nth terms, sorry, this is 3. So all other nth term, so it is already written over here. So this is what the differential converted differential equation having constant coefficients. So now whether it is homogeneous or non-homogeneous, you can derive the solution of that one. And particular case of the Legendre's differential equation is Cauchy-Euler linear differential equation, in which the ax plus b term was there in the Legendre differential equation, in which b is equal to 0 and a is equal to 1. So b is 0, a is equal to 1, this one will be turns out to be x. So at that time ax plus b will be x, and hence those powers of only x will be there in the differential equation, which is known as Cauchy-Euler differential equation. Based on these two cases, we have considered one example in the previous class, which is the solution of the Cauchy-Euler differential equation, that is this one. Okay, let us do some more examples based on this method so that your idea about this topic gets clear. So let me start with the example. So you can write solve 2x plus 3 whole square d square y by dx square minus 2x plus 3 dy by dx minus 12y is equal to the right hand side function we are given is 6x. Right? So this is what the differential equation we are given. Still there are only 62 students. Is there any other lecture is going on for DIT1 or DIT2?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No,
Okay,
ma'am.
fine. So they might have an impression that there is a special holiday. Huh. Jokes apart, let us try to solve this example. Okay, so you can see that these differential terms are with the variable terms. Here the coefficients are not constant. So this is Legendre's differential equation with a is equal to 2 and b is equal to 3. You can see that in the computation there is no role of b, that quantity which you are going to convert in terms of the constant coefficients. These quantities are depending only on the a, right? So you have to concern about a, not with b, right? So here we will first convert this differential equation. Suppose I this give as 1, then I will convert 1 first in terms of the differential equation with constant coefficient. तो constant coefficient में convert करने के लिए सबसे पहले we have to choose 2x plus 3 as e raised to t, as we have described it in the theory part, that ax plus b I have to choose it as e raised to t. So now you can write what will be t. So it is log 2x plus 3, right? And then rest of the procedure now I am not going to write, that is what will be dt by dx and how dy by dx will be converted in terms of dt. So that I will directly write. Therefore, ax plus b into dy by dx, what it will be? So as we have seen, it will be a dy, where d is nothing but d by dt, and ax plus b whole square d square y by dx square will turns out to be a square d into d minus 1 y, right? So you can write, therefore from this we have, so now we will write in terms of our given differential equation. So 2x plus 3 dy by dx, what I will write here, a is equal to 2, so I will write it as 2 dy. From this I have written this one, and 2x plus 3 whole square d square y by dx square is equal to a square. A is 2, so it is 4 d minus 1 y. You can write where d is d by dt, right? So let us substitute now this in 1. So substituting this in 1, we get, so let me take this, yeah. So now these quantity left hand side first term, so you can see that it is 2x plus 3 whole square d square y by dx square, that is this one. So it is 4, I will multiply d, so d square minus d, I will write this square bracket because I will take y common, minus 2x plus 3 dy by dx. So 2x plus 3 dy by dx is 2 dy. So I will just write minus 2d, minus 12 is already there, into y is equal to 6x. So 6 into what is x now? So x you can compute from this equation, that it will be e raised to t minus 3 upon 2. So it will be e raised to t minus 3 upon 2. So this is nothing but simplification. If we write in the next step, so implies 4d square, you can multiply it with this, so minus 4d minus 2d, so it will be minus 6d minus 12 y is equal to 3 e raised to t minus 9, right? You have an option, either you keep this term as it is and find out the factor, or you can take common 2 and take it to other side of the equation, right? So in that case you can write 2d square minus 3d minus 6 y is equal to 3 by 2 e raised to t minus 9 by 2. I will give this as equation number 2. Okay, so now we have converted the legendary differential equation with variable coefficient in terms of the differential equation with constant coefficients, and you know that how to solve such a differential equation. So first we will find out complementary function, then we will find out the particular integral, right? So find out the complementary function and let me know what answer you are getting.
YC equals to
Just wait, I will write it. Yes, yc is equal to
C1 e raised to t
e raised to t.
into 3 plus root 57 by 4.
Okay, that means argument of t, I will write it first and then the variable. So 3 plus square
Root
root of 57
by 4
by 4t. Very good.
plus C2 e raised to t 3 minus root 57.
Yes, that radical with the opposite sign, right? C1, C2 are constants. Here you have to apply that discriminant method, that is b square minus 4ac, because it is not directly factorized with the integers, right? How many of you got this complementary function? Please raise your hand. Very good. Very good. Those who have obtained it, they can go for the particular integral, right? Here I will suggest you, since you are given the right hand side part as an exponential function, either you can consider the variation of parameter or you can consider undetermined coefficients, but exponential function is given, so I will suggest you can go for the undetermined method, undetermined coefficient method. It will become easy, because I will discuss it later why we will consider, but right now those who have obtained this complementary function, they can proceed for the particular integral, and for those who are not able to get this complementary function, I will solve it for you here. So the auxiliary equation of 2 is 2m square minus 3m minus 6 is equal to 0, right? So therefore m is equal to minus b, which is 3 plus or minus square root of b square minus 4 a c. Be careful about the signs, upon 2a, so 2 into 2, so it is 3 plus or minus square root of, this is 9, minus minus plus, so 6 into 4 24 into 2 48 plus 9, so it is 57 divided by 4. So these two are distinct real roots. Here it is containing the radical, but still it is real because we don't have any imaginary part. So these are two distinct real roots, and therefore yc is given by, one of the root is 3 plus square root of 57 by 4, another root is 3 minus root 57 by 4. So that is given by this yc, right? So now we have to consider, since right hand side part is not 0, we have to consider the particular integral, and from right hand side part you can judge what will be the choice of particular integral. What it will be? What will be the choice of particular integral?
A e raised
A
to
e
t.
raised to t plus b.
A e raised to t plus b. Very good. That is the correct one. तो इसका डेरिवेटिव वन बाय वन लेते जाओ, उसको इसमें सब्सटीट्यूट करो, कंपेयर करो कोएफिशिएंट्स, यू विल हैव द आंसर्स ऑफ कांस्टेंट क्वांटिटीज, राइट? और आप देख सकते हो कि t का आर्ग्यूमेंट यहाँ पर 1 है, एंड हियर इन दिस केस yc आर्ग्यूमेंट ऑफ t इज डिफरेंट देन 1, therefore directly the choice will be the particular integral, means no need to modify it further, right? So you can write, since r of x is equal to 3 by 2 e raised to t minus 9 by 2. The choice of yp is a e raised to t plus b. So therefore derivative I have to consider. So e raised to t derivative is e raised to t, constant quantity derivative is 0. Yp double dash will be same as the previous one because it is involving the exponential functions. So substituting these terms in 2 we get, so 2 means left hand side में y की जगह yp, तो it will become 2 yp double dash minus 3 yp dash minus 6 yp is equal to 3 by 2 e raised to t minus 9 by 2. Anyone has obtained the value of a and b? Simplification, if you see, this is minus a e raised to t into 6, so it will be 7. So minus 7a e raised to t, and there is no other constant quantity except 6b with the negative sign. So that is equal to 3 by 2 e raised to t minus 9 by 2. So now you can directly compare. So minus 7a is equal to 3 by 2 and minus 6b is equal to minus 9 by 2. So in that case, a will be minus 3 upon 14 and b simplification, if you see, then it is 3 by 4. Right? This will be 3, this will be 2. When it will go to the another side, it will be this one. I will block this one, and therefore yp is equal to, which is a e raised to t plus b, so it will become minus 3 by 14 e raised to t plus 3 by 4, right? So therefore general solution of 2 is y is equal to yc plus yp. So therefore y is equal to c1 e raised to 3 plus 57 by 4 t plus c2 e raised to 3 minus square root of 57 by 4 t minus 3 by 14 e raised to t plus 3 by 4. Is it clear over here? Example is finished?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am, you have to replace T.
Yes. So therefore general solution of 1 is given by, तो ये जो y है ना, this is y is a function of t now, and now when we write a general solution of 1, it will become function of x, right? So c1 e raised to t. What is t? T is nothing but, you can see here, t is log 2x plus 3, right? तो ये 2x plus 3 का पावर हो जाएगा. ओके, आपको अगर कंफ्यूजन हो रहा है तो कैन आई राइट दिस क्वांटिटी एज, those who have confusion, I can write this as e raised to t 3 plus square root of 57 by 4. Yes or no? I am talking about only this quantity. इसको मैं ऐसे लिख सकती हूँ?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, and what is e raised to t we have taken? E raised to t is nothing but 2x plus 3, right? So let us substitute it. So it is 2x plus 3 raised to 3 plus square root of 57 by 4 plus C2 2x plus 3 raised to 3 plus square root of 57 by 4 minus 3 by 14 2x plus 3 plus 3 by 4. So this is what your final answer. It is very weird.
मैम C2 वाली टर्म में 3 minus square root 57.
Yes, 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 yes. So this is what the final answer. So now from the previous one Cauchy-Euler equation and from this one Legendre's equation को कैसे solve करना है ये सबको समझ में आया है. That is what I am assuming. And those who are fan of the method of undetermined coefficients, they can take these advantage that they can solve this part of particular integral using variation of parameter, so that you can understand how it will be lengthy, or how it will be somehow tricky, because when you have started in the 11th and 12th differentiation and then the integration, what do you find more convenient, differential or integration?
Differentiation.
Differentiation, right? Variation of parameter will involve the integration, whereas in the undetermined coefficient method you will find nowhere the integration. And whenever polynomial or exponential functions are there, it is very easy to find out their derivatives, and substitutions will directly give you the answer. So that's why I am using right now the method of undetermined coefficient. Of course, where that table will not work means if we are given the functions on the right hand side which are neither exponential nor polynomial or those trigonometric functions, at that time this method will not be applicable. We have to go for the variation of parameter. But since it is involving integration, जब उसकी जरूरत पड़ेगी उसके बिना नहीं चलेगा तभी हम उसको यूज करेंगे, अदरवाइज we'll just go for this undetermined coefficients method. जो भी अगर चाहे तो वो आप होमवर्क में ट्राई कर लेना कि मेथड ऑफ अनडिटरमाइंड कोएफिशिएंट वेरिएशन ऑफ पैरामीटर से ये पर्टिकुलर इंटीग्रल कैसे मिलता है. ओके, सो लेट अस डू वन मोर एग्जांपल. Which example? Just wait. Yeah, here. So we are done with this one. So let us consider now this one. 13 number example. Solve x plus 2 d square y by dx square minus x plus 2 dy by dx plus y is equal to 3x plus 4. Okay. Try to solve this one. आपको खुद को ट्राई करना है.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then I am giving you a few minutes to solve that example. If you are not able to do it, I will do it for you. It is 12:33 in my clock. I will ask you after 12:36. 12:36 नहीं, थोड़ा ज़्यादा दे देते हैं. 12:38, 5 minutes. बट स्टेप बाय स्टेप जो भी आप ले रहे हो वेरीफाई करवाते जाना. मीन्स पहले स्टेज में वेरीफाई करवाना जो भी डिफरेंशियल इक्वेशन विद कांस्टेंट कोएफिशिएंट क्या मिलता है, उसके बाद YC, उसके बाद YP. What are the roots of the auxiliary equation you are getting? Okay, what is A here?
Then
1.
roots
One.
1 and
1. Fine. So when you convert this into the differential equation with constant coefficient, किसी को equation मिला? क्या मिलता है?
auxiliary equation मैम.
Yes, auxiliary equation या तो constant में जो convert किया ना in terms of t में, वो पूछ रही हूँ मैं.
मैम auxiliary equation d square minus 2d plus 1.
Yes, that is correct one. And right hand side में क्या होगा?
3 e raised to t
Okay.
minus 2 I think.
Yes.
-4.
-4 और -2.
I think -2.
I think नहीं आना चाहिए, मैथ्स में प्रिसाइज आंसर होने चाहिए. I think
पक्का
ये भी
पक्का
नहीं आए. हाँ, बस ऐसे पक्का वाला
मेरे
आंसर
minus
चाहिए.
3 raised to t minus 2.
Yes, that is the correct one. So now you know the nature of the roots, it will be repeated in nature. So while writing the complementary function, you have to multiply that quantity with
T.
t. Yes. Actually, it will be a square d square minus d. So a is 1. So it is just d square minus dy, and let us do one thing. आपकी क्लास में अभी 86 स्टूडेंट्स प्रेजेंट है और 105 तक आई कैन सी द लास्ट नंबर 105. तो एक काम करिए, 1 to 50 वाले स्टूडेंट्स है वो मेथड ऑफ अनडिटरमाइंड कोफिशिएंट्स मेथड यूज करें पर्टिकुलर इंटीग्रल फाइंड आउट करने के लिए. 51 टू ऑनवर्ड्स जितने भी प्रेजेंट है दैट दे विल यूज मेथड ऑफ वेरिएशन ऑफ पैरामीटर. minus 6 plus 4, so it is minus 2. अगर अनडिटरमाइंड कोफिशिएंट्स मेथड यूज करते हैं तो चॉइस ऑफ वाईपी मॉडिफाई करना पड़ेगा या नहीं? Yes. How many of you are using method of undetermined coefficients? Please raise your hand. Only 14 students have raised their hand out of around 50. What these other people are doing? So we can write, since r of x of 2 is 3 e raised to t minus 2, the choice of yp is equal to a e raised to t plus b, but e raised to t, t e raised to t are in yc, we have to modify yp as follows. e raised to t ऑलरेडी है यहाँ पर, तो हम t से मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे उसको, तो बाद में t into e raised to t, तो वो भी yc में इन्वॉल्व है, तो वी हैव टू मल्टीप्लाई
t square.
यस
t square.
तो उसको लेना पड़ेगा a t square e raised to t. कांस्टेंट क्वांटिटी को कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा बिकॉज इट इज नॉट इन्वॉल्व इन द कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री फंक्शन. So this is what your choice of yp. How many of you have taken corrected choice? Please raise your hand. Very good. और वेरिएशन ऑफ पैरामीटर वाले कहाँ तक पहुंचे? W क्या मिला?
Minus e raised to 2t.
Minus e raised to 2t. Fine. W1? Are you sure you are getting minus e raised to 2t?
No, ma'am, e raised to 2t.
Yes.
Yes,
It
e
is
raised to 2t.
just e raised to 2t.
W1 will be minus t into e raised to t. Et.
Yes. Yes. And W2 just e raised to t. Right? Fine. So these three are correct value. You can proceed for the yp. And let us proceed here. Yp dash. So it is a t square derivative is 2t e raised to t as it is, plus a t square as it is, derivative of e raised to t is at e raised to t, and b is constant quantity, so its derivative is 0. So you can see here a into e raised to t I can take common, so here it will be 2t plus t square. I can take t also common, but in that case my purpose will not serve to find out the derivative. I will take this as one function, this as another function. So if I consider t also common, so it will not So my purpose to simplify the further derivatives order. So that's why I have not taken t common. Okay. So yp double dash means now a as it is. E raised to t derivative is e raised to t into bracket as it is. That is 2t plus t square plus a into e raised to t as it is, and derivative of the bracket, that is 2 plus 2t. So simplifying it, you can see that t square, that is only the quantity, then 2t and 2t, so plus 4t plus constant quantity is just 2. So this is what yp double dash. So let us substitute all these values in the equation 2. What will have? So replacing y by yp in 2, we get, so yp double dash minus 2 yp dash plus 1. 1 means it is yp is equal to, what was writing side part, 3 e raised to t minus t. So 3 e raised to t minus 2, right? So one by one, let us substitute the values. T square plus 4t plus 2 minus 2 yp, so yp dash, so yp dash we have considered over here. So it is 2a e raised to t, 2t plus t square, and yp is plus a t square e raised to t plus b is equal to 3 e raised to t minus 2. So let us first collect the coefficients of t square. तो टी स्क्वायर के साथ कौन सी टर्म आएगी? एक तो दिस इज देयर, सो ए ई रेज टू टी, then there is here also, so it is minus 2a e raised to t. This is here, right? Let us collect now the terms of t. So it is here, so plus 4a e raised to t, then t is here, so you can see that minus 4a e raised to t into t, and now t power 0, that is the constant quantity. This we have already taken with the t square. So just constant quantity is b is equal to 3 e raised to t minus 2. Any other term left? Yes, this 2 e raised to, this is the left, sorry. T power 0, so it is 2a e raised to t and plus b is equal to 3 e raised to t minus 2. So you can see that this will cancel out, and we have 2a is equal to 3 and b is equal to, directly will have the constant quantity minus 2, and a is 3 by 2. So therefore yp, which is a e raised to t plus b with t square, so it will become 3 by 2 t square e raised to t minus 2. So therefore yc, general solution of 2 is y is equal to yc plus yp, that is c1 e raised to t plus c2 e raised to t into t plus yp, which is 3 by 2 e raised to t square minus 2. So this is what the answer of 2. And now the general solution of 1 is y of x is equal to c1 e raised to t, we have taken as x plus 2, plus c2 e raised to t is x plus 2, t is log x plus 2, plus I will write here log x plus 2 and t square means whole square of it minus 2. So this is what the general solution of the given question, differential equation, Legendre differential equation. How many of you got the same answer from the variation of parameter method? Okay, and tell me your views. Is it more convenient than the method of undetermined coefficient, or you have the reverse opinion?
Ma'am, it is more lengthy and
Yes,
complexing.
ma'am, it is definitely more convenient.
Oh, mixed opinion we have. So you can choose any of the method which is, but as per my point of view, when you solve it using method of undetermined coefficient, it will be, if you are more comfortable with the integration part, then you will find method of variation of parameter as the convenient method. But generally students are more convenient with the differentiation. So whenever you have exponential polynomial functions are there in the right hand side part, I will suggest you go for the method of undetermined coefficients. Okay. In the exam also, you will just ask to solve Legendre or Cauchy-Euler differential equation. In those examples, it will be not mentioned that using the method of undetermined coefficient or using the variation of parameter. So choice will be yours, right? Okay. So now this one. Try to solve this one. अब मैं ये एग्जाम्पल में एक भी स्टेप नहीं करने वाली हूँ, आप लोगों को बताना है 1 by 1 स्टेप्स में आपको क्या आंसर्स मिलते हैं. ऑक्सिलरी इक्वेशन मिल गया किसी को? Manan has raised his hand. Manan, you
D
got
square plus 4 equals to 0.
just a minute. D square.
Minus 4.
Yes, you have taken 9 common and put it on the right hand
Yes,
side.
ma'am.
Yes.
Yes.
So this is correct. So m square minus 4 is equal to 0 will be the auxiliary equation. How many of you got this correct auxiliary equation? Please raise your hand. Very good. Those who are not able to get it, they keep in mind that here we have 3. So that 3 you have to count in the computation while putting those substituted values. So in that case, you will get yc as c1 e raised to 2t plus c2 e raised to minus 2t. ये इक्वेशन मिलेगा जब आप सॉल्व करोगे तो सब्स्टिट्यूशन करके। चॉइस ऑफ वाई पी यहाँ पे मॉडिफाई करना पड़ेगा।
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, you can see that it is involved in the yc e raised to 2t e raised to 2t. So that you have to modify by taking t in the multiplication. Constant quantity will remain as it is. So choice of yp in this case will be a e raised to t into t plus p. और जो वेरिएशन ऑफ पैरामीटर से जा रहा है, they can give me the answer of w, w1, w2. Hey, how many of you are performing method of variation of parameter? Please raise your hand. No one? ये निराली, प्रथम और किशन ने हाथ ऊपर किया है। Are you using variation of parameter method? No, अभी रख दिया नीचे। Very good. Yes, anyone has obtained the value of A and B? कांस्टेंट की वैल्यूज मिली किसी को? How many of you are still computing? Please raise your hand. Okay, okay, no problem. Go ahead. इतनी देर क्यों लग रही है कंप्यूटेशन में? मिला है नहीं मिला है किसी को आंसर? Any one of you got the answer or not? Am I audible?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
ए और बी का आंसर मिला है या नहीं मिला है? या आप
A
लोग?
equals to 1/108.
यस,
B अभी फाइंड करना बाकी।
ओके फाइन। ये इतने जल्दी तक कंपटीशन मिल रहा है आप लोगों को, पता नहीं क्यों, या फिर कर ही नहीं रहे हो। B is also same as A. So that's why YP will be this one. And you can write the general solution of 2 as, so it is C1 e raised to 2t plus C2 e raised to minus 2t. YP we have obtained 1/108 t e raised to 2t plus 1. तो जनरल सॉल्यूशन ऑफ 1 क्या हो जाएगा? तो इट इज y of x is equal to C1 e raised to 2t can be written as e raised to t square, so it is 3x plus 2 whole square. C2 e raised to minus 2t is e raised to t raised to minus 2, so it is 3x plus 2 raised to minus 2 plus 1/108 e raised to 2t, which is 3x plus 2 whole square. T is log 3x plus 2 plus 1. So this is what the final answer is. I hope that you got it right, and it is already 1:05. So if you don't have a doubt, you can leave this meeting. Bye, take care. I will arrange the extra class on Saturday if it is convenient. I will post it on in the Teams.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah, welcome.
Amen.